It's your girl Clementine from Big Empress Energy, sending you beautiful, bountiful blessings. Stay open to receiving them. Mis amores, it's your girl Clementine. I record energy and people to fill. Oh, and this is our full moon horoscopes for the full moon in Pisces popping off this Saturday, September 10th, okay, at like 5:58 in the morning on the Eastern time, on the New York time, okay? So holler if you are here with me live, okay? Say what's up in the live chat. Get cozy, get comfy, because we are going to go into details, okay, about every single sign and what they need to expect for this full moon. Okay, so grab your tea, whatever, your little herbal cigarettes, and let's get it popping. Okay, so y'all know this full moon, I am working on a Reiki, a collective candle Reiki, okay, and you are cordially invited. It is called a dream come true activation, okay? So because of this full moon being in Pisces next to Neptune, the planet of dreams, and Piscean is very dreamy, watery energy, we're going to be focusing on that, okay? Bringing in maybe one particular dream that you would like to manifest, okay? And working on that. We're also going to be getting a third eye chakra upgrade. Okay. Reiki is a form of energy healing. Okay. To reduce stress, promote alignment, balance out your chakras. Okay. And we are also going to be increasing our intuition, psychic abilities as well with this Reiki energy. And I host these distance Reiki sessions live on YouTube for about an hour the night of the full moon. Okay. And these lives include a sound bath, okay, to start us off, to calm us down. Sometimes people fall asleep during the sound bath. Then we go into on screen energy healing and finally finish with a tarot reading. It's about an hour live. And if you can't make it, you can always watch the replay the next day. And during the replay, if you watch the replay the next day, you're going to also see a Reiki report in the description box. So a message for each chakra about what came through that night. So it's a lot of messages, lots of healing. Okay, if you're interested, secure a spot on my website, bigempressenergyllc.com. Okay. But yeah, I've been doing these for about 2 years now. Okay, I feel like each time they are different. Okay, so if you're called, secure your spot, beloved. Someone asked if my Reiki school is open. My Reiki school is closed at this point. Okay, we have Reiki school in 2 weeks. Wow. Okay, so there is no Reiki school, but I will probably host it again in October. A lot of people are asking me to do that. I do have a tarot school, which is a self-paced course, okay, with a video on each tarot card, how to read like me. It makes it simple, not too complicated. So if you're interested in learning to read the tarot, you could join the beloved tarot school, okay? So yeah, let's see what else. I'm streaming live on Instagram as well as YouTube. So you'll see me looking up and down, up and down. And yeah, let me add a moderator on Instagram. That's one more thing I have to do because Instagram be wilding. Okay, so we got a moderator. Okay, so let's get into the details of this full moon. And shout out and happy birthday to all of my Virgos. Okay, this is your time, Virgos. This is your season. We got the Sun and Venus in Virgo. If you have those placements, shout out to you. Okay, Venus in Virgo it just happened yesterday. It's going to be in Virgo for the full month, and this is really going to be helping us to prioritize and fall in love with organizing, with our health, with making things simple, with our body, okay, with the food that we eat and the food that we consume. Okay. And we have the full moon on September 10th. okay? September 10th at 5 a.m. But we're going to have already been feeling this energy, okay? We're already going to be feeling the energy because the moon actually enters Pisces on Friday. So on Friday, you're already going to be feeling the emotional energy of the full moon. Now, full moons are a climax, okay? They are a culmination. And when we have Pisces energy, so water energy, okay? And so with this, we could be feeling very emotional. We could be feeling very, as well, nostalgic because the day before we have the full moon, Mercury is stationing retrograde, okay? Mercury is stationing retrograde in Libra. So there's a lot happening in the skies at this time. So there could be a little bit of a roller coaster up and down with our emotions. Okay, maybe we're crying, okay, because it's water. We also be called to cleanse, take more baths than usual, maybe more showers as well. Maybe you want to visit the water. It's raining right now in New York, very cleansing energy, okay? The water also holds a lot of memory. So I do feel like as well with the dream energy, we could be remembering things from the past or dreaming with people from the past. And some people could also even just be having those running into people from the past, friends from the past, lovers from the past, or revisiting opportunities from the past, okay, with this retrograde energy coming in. Oh, okay. This Piscean energy, it is immutable. Okay, we are in a mutable season. And when we are in a mutable season, this is a time of change. Mutable signs are the most likely to be able to really change. Okay, fixed signs are fixed. They don't really want that. Cardinal signs will start something, but maybe they might not have the strength to finish it. Mutables are, you know, they're going to change. They're going to switch up on you a few times. Okay, that's why they say Pisces wishy-washy. It's just because they ebb and they flow. Okay, that's what it's about when you're Pisces. And we are in Virgo, but Virgo's also mutable. Okay, so that's why they're together. They're sister signs, as some might say. So when we have the full moon happening in Pisces, Pisces is also the last, okay? Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac, okay? So we are really making a culmination full moon, okay, on something maybe from 6 months ago, okay? But something is coming to a head when we have that full moon in Pisces. We might be leaving behind certain karmic situations or realizations about ourselves, maybe about how we self-sabotage. Pisces is also a very spiritual sign, okay? So we might be coming to feel in a different initiation in our spiritual journey during the full moon in Pisces. We're leveling up on our spiritual energies. We're maybe adding more tools, okay? We're simplifying our spirituality, okay? As well with this. So we have to think about it in terms of like how Virgo is earth, okay? Virgo is earth. Virgo is practicality. Pisces is water. Pisces is spirituality. So this is a really great time to join both of those energies and put a practical plan to your spiritual energy. Maybe this is organizing your spiritual routine, your spiritual habits, creating different altars in your house, you know, that physical representation of the spiritual in your house or wherever, maybe at your office desk, okay? But essentially, you have to combine these two energies, okay? Maybe if you've slipped off, you know, on meditating or praying, you're going to want to revisit that, okay? And maybe you're going to have a schedule. Okay, I'm going to meditate when I wake up. I'm going to meditate with the app. I'm going to meditate on a timer. And, you know, as well with this Pisces, energy is very dreamy. So some of you guys will be meditating, you know, in your dreams. So you might start meditating, then go to sleep. Art can be very meditative. Music can be very meditative as well. Pisces ruling over art and music too. So that could really be very helpful. So something I want to know about this full moon. Let's look at the aspects. So it is at 17 degrees, which is a Leo degree. So basically with degrees, we have an energy signature with all of the degrees. So 17 is a Leo energy. So this full moon could be shining a light on something. It could also be very creative. It could be fun for some people. They're planning really fun things to do. Maybe some people as well, maybe, and we're going to be getting into all signs horoscopes too. So don't worry. I'm going to be telling you which people are the ones who are going through it. Some people might also have more of a spotlight on them, okay, or more notoriety on them as well with that energy. Okay, so we're going to be having the sun next to Venus because sun is in Virgo, Venus is in Virgo. So they meet up a lot. Okay, so it's not too out of the ordinary to have that energy. But we have sun conjunct Venus, we have sun opposite the moon. That's what happens at every full moon. Okay, the sun is always going to be opposite. That's why it's, you know, the opposite sign. The opposite sign of Virgo is Pisces. And then we have the sun squaring Mars, which is giving us a lot of energy, and giving us the drive to take action on our passions. It's giving us kind of like a Red Bull, okay, energy. I don't know, I'm just saying Red Bull. I don't drink Red Bull, no offense to anybody who does, but it's a Red Bull energy, okay? Because we're really going to be wanting to take that action, okay? We're really going to be wanting to pave that path. We're going to be having a lot of motivation. And if you don't make moves with the motivation, you're going to feel very stuck. You're going to be feeling very stagnant. You're going to be feeling like very closed off by certain things. So you have to be able to see, okay, I'm having an idea on something. Maybe it's a sign to take an action on it and to follow my intuition, because when we have this full moon, our intuition is going to be very heightened. Our sensitivities are going to be very heightened as well, which is why we could be strengthening, and we will be strengthening for the Reiki, our third eye, okay, and the downloads that we receive. So I think that the sun square Mars is actually going to be really beautiful. A negative aspect of that could just be people having frustrations, but honestly, what I'm seeing is that the frustrations are really with themselves. So don't take these projections as Bible, okay? You're going through something, don't throw it on me, okay? Because I'm not the one. So there could be that energy too of someone projecting things on you. It's going to be really beneficial for you to just realize what it is, call a spade, okay, and move on. Yes, it's 111. It's 111 in New York. Ew. And we're going to also have the moon making a favorable aspect to Mercury in retrograde, okay? So with Mercury going into retrograde in Libra, Libra is a sign of relationship. Okay, my partner just started making noises. Libra is the sign of relationship. So what we could have is old people, relationships from the past, exes, people you used to know, people you used to go to school with, professors from the past. Okay, maybe they're coming in your dreams, or you're seeing them in the grocery store. It could be any of those things. Also, we might be revisiting, like, let's say you had a relationship problem, like it comes up in all your relationships. That could also be, full moon is shining a light on that. Full moons always illuminate and show us something that we didn't see before, okay? So we also may be getting those two confessions or just realizations and revelations, like, oh, I didn't see it like that in the past, but now that I'm revisiting it, I see it. I see my own relationship pattern problems. I see how I'm the common denominator in my relationships, okay? And all of those things. So it could be really insightful for us, okay? Really insightful for us. We're going to have as well moon square to Venus, okay? Moon making a challenging aspect to Venus. So relationships could also feel a little bit challenging, or some people might have unexpected things come up with money that you need to pay for, especially with it being Mercury retrograde now. Maybe your car's acting up, your computer's acting up, something is going down. Something I also want to say with this energy too is, because we have Mercury retrograde, if you do have to sign any contracts, make sure you don't rush it. Make sure you read everything thoroughly. You understand everything thoroughly. Okay. Because things can get very confusing when Mercury is in retrograde. Now, that's not a sign that you shouldn't do something if it's in alignment for you. don't stop doing it just because Mercury is in retrograde, but we have to think twice about it. We have to make sure it's also in alignment. And most likely, if it's a contract that it could have, you had the idea from it or you wanted it for a long time, maybe with the last time Mercury was in retrograde, it's going to come back now. Okay. It's going to be coming back, baby. What other transits do we have that are very important to talk about? We have Venus making a square to Mars. Okay. With Venus making a square to Mars, this could actually, Venus and Mars are like opposite energies. Okay. So people could be getting very, irritated, okay, in their close relationships, or maybe even feeling irritated with finances, okay, or your own resources. Some people, I feel like your values might be changing. Maybe you used to value something and now you realize it's not what it seems. It's not all it was not all that you thought it was, okay? So that's very important as well. But I'm seeing too, like with Mercury being in retrograde, I just want people to know that it is not a sign to not do something. I feel like I signed my house, I think, and when Mercury was in retrograde, but it was like I had been looking for a long time, okay? And it came, so a lot of things that you've been wanting for a long time can come to you when Mercury is in retrograde, okay? Especially things that have to do with you purchasing, okay? Because Mercury is the merchant, okay, as well. Mercury in retrograde, so we might be making purchases that we don't need. So be mindful of that too. You might have to make more returns than usual as well. But Mars is very active during this full moon, okay? Mars is very active. It's talking to the sun, it's talking to the moon, it's talking to Mercury, talking to Venus, okay? And Mars is, they have everything has a positive and a negative aspect. So with Mars making these aspects, we could be feeling more passionate than usual. We could have more energy to do certain things than usual. We might have more motivation and determination, okay, to do what we got to do. But at the same time, with Mars being in Gemini, we're going to have to do it twice because Gemini is that sign of twins where things happen 2 times, okay? But yeah, I feel like when this energy is coming, Mars, a lower energy might just be anger, aggression, or we're witnessing that, we're seeing that around us, or someone in our life is experiencing that. They come home aggy, they're more violent, okay? People are waking up and choosing violence, okay? But yes, have patience with yourself because when Mars is in Gemini, we have to do things 2 times, okay? So so yeah, have patience with yourself. Don't get discouraged, okay? Because if something doesn't work out the first time, you just gotta do it again, maybe do it in a different way. Okay. Period. Neptune opposite the sun, Neptune next to this full moon. So Neptune is a fog, okay? Neptune is a foggy energy. It's Hollywood, it's escapism, it's drugs, it's illusions, it's confusion, okay? So this full moon can be illuminating something that maybe you didn't see before. I tweeted this too, like nothing is what it seems, and this full moon is going to show us that, okay? That, we thought because someone was rich, they had no problems, but then you start to see all the problems that they really have. You thought that because someone was stable in their career, that, they were skating through life, but they have problems behind closed doors. Things, and celebrity secrets too are also going to be coming to the surface, okay? Things that were hidden, okay, are going to be coming to the surface with this Neptunian energy. Some people could also, I want everyone to stay away and be very careful of their consumption with substances because it's very easy to overdo it with this full moon being in Pisces next to Neptune, okay, as well. So it could be a good time for you to detox or just slow down on any substances because you might not know your limits when we have the full moon next to Neptune, okay? Because again, it's the fog. Yes, the fog is lifting with things being illuminated, but some people could also be getting wrapped up in a fog, in confusion. Okay. Um, and I feel like a good way to channel that could be through talking to somebody, having a conversation with somebody. Okay. Because it is, there's a lot of energy happening with the Mars in Gemini, which rules over our communication. So I think that that could be a way to clear things out or lift any confusion as well. So that is just my 2 cents on that. Okay. We're going to also be having aspects to Uranus as well. Uranus has been pretty busy. The moon is sextiling Uranus and the sun is trining Uranus. So these are good surprises. Okay. Good surprises, good changes, you know, and Uranus is also about freedom. So we may be also wanting to prioritize our freedoms, okay? Prioritize our ability to choose, our choices, having our voice heard, okay? And everything like that. So Uranus, okay, is brings unexpected changes, okay? So this full moon could be showing us, I feel like some people might feel like they changed, they switched up, they evolved, they grew, okay? Someone might be criticizing you like you change, and you're like, babe, that's what we're doing here on earth. Okay, we're changing, we're evolving, we're growing, we're not being stagnant. Okay, we're stuck. Oh, someone said they had 2 dreams about an ex that you do not want, but maybe they're thinking about you. Maybe they're thinking about you. Maybe you'll see them, or there was a lesson in that relationship that needs to be highlighted. So often, like, we think it's the other person, but what was your role that you played? Because with this energy, we're going to be revisiting that, especially with the Mercury retrograding in Libra. Okay. But yeah, so those are the heavy hitters. Mars and Uranus and Neptune are really going to be very influential. So actions, passions, our dreams and changes, surprise, shock, unexpected news, unexpected truths, unexpected conversations. People, maybe saying something and they have like a Freudian slip of some sort, and you're like, well, this is how you really feel. This is how you really feel. So pay attention to that. And that's about it for the aspects. That's about it for the aspects. Making sure. Now I'm going to be getting into how this is going to be impacting every single sign. Okay. Another thing, also, I just want to say, when we're thinking about the full moon and we're thinking about Pisces, okay, the feet could be highlighted. Okay. Maybe you need to get a pedicure. Maybe you want to walk somewhere, use your feet, strengthen your feet in some way, okay? But feet are being highlighted, okay? I'm also seeing like increased imagination. So I feel like if you've been trying to work on a creative project, this is going to be a really good time to work on that creative project, because you're, gonna be able to kind of hear spirit more. You're going to be able to hear the divine more, okay? And it's going to be easier to listen. Your sensitivities are going to be heightened. Let's see. Another thing I just want to tell you is that we are going to be having 6 planets in retrograde. Okay, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. This is normal. This always happens. Okay, where sometime during the year we have a lot of planets in retrograde. And this is not scary. This is actually really great. This means that we're going to be having more time, okay, to revisit certain things, okay, to evaluate what's been working and what hasn't been working, and how we could be more efficient, okay? We have to be more mindful with these retrogrades, but ultimately I do think these are going to be very beneficial, okay? When we have that Jupiter, we could be having some lucky energies coming back, okay? I believe that this is going to be very positive. All of these, energies going retrograde. Do not fear the retrograde, okay? You're only going to be fearing retrogrades if you want to stay stagnant, if you want to stay stuck, because retrogrades, we fall back so we can have a come up, okay? Retrogrades make us fall back so we can come back stronger. It is not a bad thing. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Thank you for the super chats and the badges. Speaking abundance tenfold into your life. Okay. Oh my gosh, Jasmine, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Your friend passed away from an overdose. Yes, let us all be very careful, okay, and very mindful. And if you have a friend that you know struggles, maybe you want to reach out to them, you want to call them, okay, especially with it being Mercury retrograde. We have to call and reach out to people maybe we haven't seen in a long time. But yeah, okay, so let me get into the horoscopes. So we're going to go in order of the zodiac. We're going to go in order of the zodiac, starting with Aries and ending with Pisces, okay? So Aries, this full moon is happening in your 12th house, okay? Your 12th house is the Pisces house. So, and this full moon could be illuminating as well ways that maybe you escape, maybe things that you avoid. It could be illuminating energies around as well self-sabotage. Also, with this being your dream house, you could be having very intense or vivid dreams, Aries, okay? This energy, climaxing in your 12th house. Also, you want to be careful, make sure you're not doing anything illegal, because 12th house also represents over prisons and institutions and everything like that. So with it being in this house as well, I feel like you guys could be integrating and accepting yourself in a new way. You guys also, full moon happening in this house of spirituality. So you guys could be deepening your connection with your spirits, with your higher self as well, with your ancestors. Some of you guys may also be, writing down your dreams or really tapping in with like dream work, okay, as this is happening in your dream house. Okay. And Mercury is going retrograde in your 7th house, okay, of relationships. So some of you guys here, with it being in your 7th house of relationships, you could run into your exes, okay? An ex can come back into your life. An old friend can come back into your life. Maybe even an old co-worker can come back into your life around this time with the 7th house of relationships. There could also be miscommunication in your relationships with Mercury being retrograde there. Maybe you feel like somebody that you're in a relationship with isn't opening up to you, okay? But that 12th house activation, you're picking up on what they're thinking. You're psychically intuiting what they're thinking. So trust your intuition, Aries, on this full moon. It's going to be very, very strong, and communication with others might not be a real representation of how they feel. Okay? So, yeah, it's not a real representation of how they feel. There could be delays, a miscommunication. They're not really being completely 100% with you. Also, some of you guys, if you're looking for a loving relationship, okay, if you're looking for love or anything like that, with it being in your 7th house, there could be someone you were interested in the past, but nothing ever happened. Like what I'm seeing is like, maybe they were your partner's friend, okay? Maybe they were your friend's partner, but now you're not friends with that person anymore. So it's like someone from the past that maybe you didn't have that connection with. Now it's going to be coming back into your life, and it might be it was like wrong. It was like right person, wrong time. Okay. That was the energy I'm seeing for you guys with that too. Okay. Let's see. Oh, what else is happening here? Aries, you could also feel like you're very busy, okay? Aries, you could feel very busy with work, okay? Because of this energy, with Virgo season happening. So you may not even really be focusing on love and everything like that because you want to focus on your work. I feel like you guys could also be more tired than usual as well. You may need to take more rest for yourself or reward yourself with rest because you've been working a lot, okay? All horoscopes are for your rising sign, okay? And that's with any horoscope that you'll ever read, okay? So that's what I'm saying with this, with my Aries, because Aries is in the first house and Pisces is in the 12th house. Taurus, this full moon is happening in your 11th house, okay? And I also want to clarify too, like anytime you read a horoscope, it's based off rising. Astrologers write horoscopes based off rising. People read their sun sign, which could be where you're, going in the future, but the most accurate is going to be your rising sign to your chart if you know your rising sign, okay? And to know your rising sign, you have to know your time and date of birth. Okay. But yeah, I just want you guys to know that, like, I always read Taurus and Gemini because I'm a Taurus sun, Gemini rising, but Gemini rising is going to be more accurate to what I'm actually going through. Okay, Taurus, this is happening in your 11th house. I'm a Taurus, okay? So this is 11th house, but I'm a Gemini rising, okay? So I'm really gonna, I listen to Taurus. Of course I listen to Taurus, but I'm really gonna be seeing what my Gemini rising has to say too. You could also, check your horoscopes for your moon, your Venus, because everything represents something. So if you're reading for your sun sign, this is gonna be more representing your aims, your goals, what you want to be, not maybe where you are right now, but where you want to be. If you're reading for your Venus, maybe you're reading for your love, okay? If you're reading for Venus, you could also be reading for money. Just depends. Moon could be your emotions. So keep that in mind. Whatever it is, we all are going to be impacted by this energy, because we all have a birth chart with all 12 signs in them, but we might not have placements in them, but they fall in a house, okay? But anyway, let me go back into what I was talking about. Tauruses, this is in your 11th house, okay? Your house of friendships, community, and as well with this 11th house, it could also be your community, as well as changes coming up in the future, innovation, okay? So Tauruses, you may need to connect with friends, okay? Maybe friends you haven't seen in a long time. Maybe you're making new friends. Maybe you're making friends in your community, okay? But it feels like with this energy here, you guys are really focusing on deepening that connection with kindred spirits, okay? With people who vibe, who are just like on your same wavelength, with people who maybe you're both interested in, like astrology, you're both interested in soul growth, you're both interested in working out, okay? Whatever it is, this is a really good time for you guys to meet like-minded friends, okay? Because that being in the 11th house of friendship. You guys could also be being seen or recognized or valued in your community or your friend group. People are really seeing what you do for you and that what you do for them and the impact that you have just by being you, Taurus, okay? Also, you guys might be getting ideas about what you want to do in the future. It seems very, very like far off, but you're getting downloads about the next few steps to take in the future, because the 11th house is the 11th house is the house of the future. Also, we have Mercury retrograding in your 6th house, okay? Mercury is retrograding in your 6th house, which is going to be making Tauruses super busy, okay? Your schedule is jam-packed. You have so much to do. And this could be an invitation for you to delegate, okay? See who is around you that can help you. Who is around you that can, take some of that burden off of you. Maybe you guys need an assistant. Maybe you guys need to get your partner or your children more involved, okay? in the house activities, because you guys are just really busy, and you're so busy with all this because Spirit wants you to get stricter on a schedule. Okay, Spirit wants you to become more organized. Okay, through the feeling of that pressure, some of you guys are going to need to tackle your task based off of priorities, like what's the most important thing, why is it important, and making sure you do all those things. Taurus, you guys are going to have lots of to-do lists. Okay, Mars is in, okay, let's talk about Mars too. Mars is in your second house. Okay, so you could be getting more opportunities to make money. Mars is activating that house of values. Okay, some of you guys are also going to be working with the same people as well, because of this Mercury in your sixth house. Okay, of work. You could be working with people from the past, or you could be, people from your past are coming to work with you. And I do feel like you're going to be getting an increased flow of abundance. Okay, for the next few months while Mars is in Gemini in your second house. Okay. And I think that it's going to come a lot through your friendships, your network, your fellowships. People are going to help you make that money. Okay. So don't just think that it's all on you. Maybe you need to be the one to call a friend. You need to be the one to, nurture those friendships. Okay. But that's still going to help you guys. Okay. But yeah, Tauruses, Virgo season, make sure that you're balancing out all this work with some fun, okay? Because the sun is in your fifth house. You could also be having a very romantic time in Virgo season, okay? Could be very romantic with the sun being in that house of romance, okay? Let me get this here. Now, next sign is Gemini. Okay, Gemini risings. Why are we the villain? I just want to know. Why are we the villain? I don't know why, but there is a lot of Gemini hate. Okay, y'all need to check yourself, because Gemini is whatever you don't like about us is a projection, anyways. Because we're twins. We're showing you a mirror of some sort. Okay, that's something I had to say had nothing to do with horoscopes, by the way. It just came. It just came to me. Gemini, you are getting a highlight with the full moon in your 10th house. Okay. In your 10th house, your house of career. So this is really good for us Geminis, because we may be getting notoriety in our career. You might be employee of the month. Okay, you might feel like you're accomplishing something new at work, like something you've been wanting to do for a long time. Or maybe you're going to finally get that vision of what you want to do for your work, where you want to take your work, where you want to take your career. Some of you guys here want to manifest a new job opportunity, okay? Or a new opportunity that's going to help you make money. You're going to be very visible in your career, Gemini, with the full moon in your 10th house. So take a risk, okay? Apply for a new job, ask for a promotion, okay? Make sure that you're being valued wherever you are. And if they're not valuing you, take note and make a plan to apply for somewhere else, okay? Or just to see how you can be somewhere where you're appreciated and you're valued, okay? For your mind, for your abilities, for your creativity, and all of those things, okay? Mercury is retrograding in your fifth house. Okay. So with Mercury retrograding in your fifth house, this is the house of fun and love and romance. You guys could be falling in love with people from the past, or again, reaching out to people from the past, old friends or lovers, and maybe wanting to have a good time with them. You're in it for a good time, not a long time. Okay. With Mercury in that fifth house of creativity. You guys could also be, it's not just creativity, it's also, being seen and having a good time. So I do feel like you guys need to make sure that you are having fun with whatever you're doing, okay? you're having a lot of stimulation in your house, in your home life, okay? So maybe you are cleaning a lot in your house, you're donating a lot, you're wanting to just change the energy in your house. Maybe you're getting more of that feng shui energy so that your house could flow better too, because Virgo is in your, is in your fourth house. So that's going to be very highlighted. Make sure that you are, if you haven't used something in a long time, just get rid of it. You don't need it. It's just taking up space. Okay. Maybe you need to donate it to someone in your family. Okay. If you don't want it to leave you too far, if you have an emotional connection with it, but it's time to make room for the new in your home life. Okay. Geminis. But yeah, I do feel like some of you guys are going to be getting that notoriety, that recognition that you do deserve in work. Yes. Also, what I'm seeing for you guys is you guys are revisiting things that used to feel fun to you, but maybe you took a time out from it. Okay. But let's say you used to go, used to write for fun. You're going to start writing again. Let's say, you used to ride horses, or you used to go to play arcade, you used to play Nintendo Switch, whatever it is you used to do for fun, you're going to be revisiting that. Okay. It's going to help like balance out any pressure that you've been feeling from clearing out that space in your house. Okay. Or just like, if you've been feeling any of that stress, it's really going to be good for you to go back into activities that you used to. Okay, maybe spending time with your child. Okay, little you. You guys could also be doing inner child work as well, or just spending time reparenting your inner child. Cancer. This is happening in your ninth house. Okay, so your ninth house of beliefs, of school. Okay, so maybe some of you guys taking a new course, an online course, something like this. Ninth house also represents long distance travel. Okay. So some of you guys here, as well, with this coming in, you're planning a trip overseas, you're planning a trip abroad. You are maybe even wanting to, it's also rules over publishing. So some of you guys here may be ready to publish something, to put it out there, to edit. Okay, maybe you're looking, some of you guys, for a teacher, for a guru, for someone who can kind of teach you the ropes, teach you the ways. Okay, ninth house is also an adventurous house. Okay, ninth house is also very adventurous. So some of you guys here, with this full moon happening at your adventurous house, you want to go out into the world. You want to do something you've never done before. You want to travel places you've never been before. Okay. And you are getting ideas and downloads about what you want for your long term. Do not get caught up in short term energies. Okay. Or just what feels good in the moment. You have to think about your long term growth. Okay. That's going to be very important, Cancer. Okay. Cancer is also a water sign. So, you guys could be feeling very emotional too, very emotional as well. But yeah, we have a Mercury retrograding in your fourth house of home. Okay. And family. So some people here could also be going through issues where there's something happening in your house that you need to take care of, that you thought you already took care of, but retrograde is like, oh, it's back again. Okay, so this could be, like spite, like more spider crickets, mice, whatever it is, like that, like any rodents or anything like that you had, they might be coming back. okay? Let's say if you had plumbing issues or anything like home repair issues that happened before, they could be coming back because you have to revisit them, okay, with Mercury going retrograde. Don't be mad at me, okay? Don't be mad at me. I'm just telling you what it is. You have to revisit something that has to do with your home. Some of you guys could also be changing who you live with, or something is happening or changing in your family. Okay, so maybe someone is moving in with you, someone's moving out, okay, or there could be just an energy of revisiting, like let's say you have a problem with your sibling, or you have a problem with your mom, okay, and you thought y'all moved on from it, you thought you were going to be good, it could come back up again, all right, around this Mercury retrograde. What else? The sun is in your third house of communication. Okay, so you've been focusing on being a better communicator, on maybe as well being a better writer. If you, especially if you've been working on publishing something or having something seen by others. But overall, Cancer, this full moon is a great time for you to expand your education, to travel, to plan to travel, or just to learn from an expert. Okay. What I see for you guys. Leo, this full moon is happening in your 8th house, okay? So 8th house is your house of resources. 8th house is also like sex, death, and taxes, okay? That is 8th house energy. Shadow work, shadow energy, okay, as well, things that are hidden, things that are beneath the surface, okay, and this could even be addiction. Some of you guys are seeing like your shadow more clearly during this full moon. You're seeing the ways that you sabotage yourself, you're seeing the way that you criticize yourself, you're seeing the way that you hold yourself back. Okay, you also may be needing to release a scarcity mindset, because with this ruling over your resources, you may feel like you don't have the resources, but in fact, you have everything you need. You have the people you need. You have, the internet connection you need. Okay, you have the resources. So stop, selling yourself short. Also release any scarcity issues, okay? If you feel like you don't have a certain resource, pray for it. Pray to the divine, to the universe, to your ancestors to pave that path, okay? Pray for the divine to deliver those details to you, to broaden your perspective and show you the way towards opening up your resources. Okay, some of you guys as well, with this house, it's also, again, could be relating to money, but not your money, other people's money. Okay, so you could have people asking you for money, or maybe you're asking other people for money. You may be needing to get a new accountant or someone to count your money, to delegate your money, to take care of your money. As well, you could also be witnessing deep transformations, okay, of yourself or other people. Like you have come a long way. You're realizing how far you've come. Some of you guys are going to be having really good intimacy. Okay, you're going to have really good intimate partners or intimate time, really pleasurable moments. Okay, as well. Okay. Mercury is retrograding in your 3rd house, Leo, which is a house of your community and your communication. If you guys been writing something, like let's say you wrote a book, you may need to edit it, okay? You guys could also be having issues with your with things that you buy. You need to return them more often, or maybe you purchase something, it's the wrong size, it's not the right measurements. So be mindful of details as well when you're making purchases, or you're, shopping for somebody. You guys could also be going through car issues, okay? Maybe you want to get a new car, your car's acting up, okay? So make sure that your car is good, all right? Because that 3rd house has that Mercury energy, and Mercury rules over cars, okay? So you could be having car issues as well. And the sun is in your second house. So I feel like with that, you're seeing more different ways about how you can make money. You guys are really focused on increasing your income. So it's going to be really good for you, and very positive for you guys, Leo rising. Okay. Now we're moving on to Virgo rising. This full moon happening in your seventh house. Okay, so the seventh house is a fun house. Okay, it's your relationships, your partners. Okay, marriage, all of those things. Some of you guys could be coming, maybe your partner's moving in, maybe you're getting married, proposed to. Okay, you guys could also be with this energy being in your seventh house, not full moon, you're picking up psychically what your partner needs. Okay, maybe you're picking up on your partner's thoughts, your partner's anxiety, but you're really you're seeing people for who they really truly are. Okay, illusions are being stripped away when we have the full moon in your seventh house. When someone shows you who they are at this time, make sure that you are believing them, okay? Because people don't get, it's not going to get more real than this, okay? My crown is going off right now. My crown chakra is it's a lot happening, okay? So Virgo, I do feel like you guys with this energy being in your seventh house, is full moon and it is your birthday time. Okay, it's your happy time, it's your time around the sun. You guys are gonna also be seeing who's really there for you and who's really not. Don't make excuses for people. If they didn't wish you happy birthday, don't even look back at them, okay? Because people are really showing you who they are with your full moon happening in your seventh house, okay? Mercury is retrograde in your second house, so you may need to and this is your house of money, okay, and values. So you guys could also be seeing like where you waste money, where you spend too much money, where you're not getting a good return on your money or a good return on your investments. You may need to be making a budget for yourself, okay, or just looking at your resources. Are you spending like in a necessary way, in a good way? Virgos typically do, but with this retrograde in your second house, you're going to be seeing like how you maybe a subscription you need to cancel, something that's been taking up your money that you just don't need. Maybe you can get something, don't buy a full price, get a good discount on it. Okay, maybe you got a coupon. Okay, something like that. Something like that. Virgo. With the new moon, obviously, I mean not the new moon, but with the sun and Venus being in your first house, okay, you may be feeling inclined as well to, reinvent yourself in some way. Maybe you want to change up your hair, you want to change up your clothes, you want to change up the way that you present yourself, okay, as well, because you're in a new level, okay, so you have to feel that part. You may have to dress that part, look that part, accessorize in a new way, okay. Maybe you're spending money on your appearance, you're spending money on self-improvement, on also improving your mind and the way that you think about things. Okay. Libra. Libra, this full moon is in your sixth house, okay? Your house of health, your house of daily routines and rituals and work and service and everyday tasks, daily habits, okay? So you guys are seeing with this full moon illuminating this Virgo house how you need to pay more attention to your health, okay? What you can do, how you can eat healthier, what you can do on a day-to-day basis to commit to your spiritual, mental, physical health, okay? With this energy too, you guys could be seeing how certain things in your schedule do not fit, what they do not fit who you are anymore. Okay. Maybe this is a habit, of like watching TV before bed that you're going to replace with reading before bed. Or you're going to replace with praying before bed. Okay. So focusing as well, you guys could have any health issues come up, mental, spiritual, but very much a physical one. You guys could also be wanting to start a new workout routine or a new eating regimen. Some of you guys may want to do certain fasting or just detoxing, juice cleanses, and everything like that. Another thing, you guys could be coming to full moon, like you guys could be releasing an old job, or like you guys are changing your position at your job, or you're adding to your position, you're adding more responsibilities to your job, okay? Or maybe you feel like you have more chores and tasks to do as well. Yes. Our elders had the right idea with prayer at rising and sleep. Yes. Okay. Especially with this being that Piscean energy. Pisces are ancestors. Okay. Full moon of our ancestors. Okay. So we may need to adapt energies from our ancestors or communicate and pray to our ancestors. Okay. More often. Or, maybe they have a specific thing they want you to get, a specific tobacco, or, praying more to them, lighting a candle at a specific time. Sundays are really good ancestor days, okay, as well. If you're not really sure when you should be trying to contact them, it could be Sunday, could be a really good day. Mercury is going retrograde in Libra. So this is happening in your first house, Libra. So you may be wanting to, change your appearance, okay, but try to stay away from things that are permanent. This is not a good idea, a good time to get a tattoo or do anything that is permanent, semi-permanent, because with it being in retrograde, you might not feel the same way about it. You can do things that are temporary. Maybe you want to dye your hair, you want to cut your hair in a way, and that's okay. But make sure you're not doing anything that's very permanent, okay, with Mercury in your first house, your house of identity, your house of self. But yes, you are also going to want to slow down, okay, and spend more time with yourself, honoring yourself. You may need to also, you may be more tired or getting more rest than usual, or resting in a different way. Rest is not always, there's different types of rest. Rest is not always sleeping, okay? You may need to take a rest from just other things, like a spiritual rest, okay? Something like this. You guys need to rest more. But you guys could also be feeling very passionate, okay? Very passionate about learning, okay? About your education, about expanding your viewpoint at this time. So it could really be really good for you to learn from experts or elders or anything like that. Scorpio. Scorpio, this full moon is in your fifth house, okay? So that is a fun house. It's also a house of romance and passion and creativity, okay? So it does feel like this could be really fun for you guys. You guys could have a romantic full moon, okay? You guys could have a full moon that is a little bit more fun, okay? So maybe you have a party to go to, you have something to do that's going to be exciting you, okay? Something that also aligns with your passions, okay? Because this isn't your fifth house. It's something that you really like, that you've maybe liked since you were a child. So some of you guys, maybe you're really involved with Fashion Week, okay? Because this is going to be a very powerful, passionate full moon for Scorpios, because it is in that fun fifth house, okay? Another thing I'm seeing that is that you guys are going to be more psychic and more intuitive than usual. Now, Scorpio is usually a very intuitive, psychic sign, highly sensitive. But with Mercury going retrograde in your 12th house, okay, your house of intuition. You are going to be more psychic than ever before, okay? You guys are going to be really picking up on the people around you and what they need, anticipating their needs, okay, before they even know what they need, okay? You guys are like reading minds, okay? You guys could also be needing more sleep than usual, because you guys could be having like so much fun that you're gonna, like, you know, when you have a really good day, you sleep so good. You guys could have that, or some of you guys maybe are gonna have the opposite of that, where you have insomnia. You're so wired, you're so creative that you're working through the night. Okay, so that's really beneficial. With Mercury retrograding to in that 12th house of escapism, okay, some of you guys could fall back into old habits or old addictions that maybe you've worked to move past, but like the temptation comes and you fall back into it. So make sure that you are, you know, mindful of, you know, well, I broke that habit. I don't need to do that anymore. I broke that coping mechanism. I don't need to align with that anymore. Okay, free yourself from that while Mercury is retrograde in your 12th house. You could also have very vivid dreams with Mercury retrograde in your 12th house. You guys could also be feeling very motivated to learn more about your spirituality, okay? Your spirituality. Because we have that Mars in Gemini energy in your 8th house. Scorpio. Yeah, we were doing Scorpio. You guys could also be very fertile. So you could be bringing in new life, new passion projects, or physical life. Scorpio in your life is pregnant, getting somebody pregnant, okay? Because the 5th house is a house of children, birthing children, okay? Surrounding yourself with children. Maybe Scorpios are going to be spending more time with children. But yeah, y'all fertile. So be very mindful, Scorpios and Scorpio partners, mindful. Because yeah, babies, baby, they coming in. Also, a really good time that you might be coming full circle on a passion of yours, something that, you know, you wanted always to do. Let's say you always want to do a podcast. Scorpios, this full moon, you could get that motivation to actually do the podcast. Okay, maybe you've been wanting to, you know, start your YouTube channel. You're gonna feel that motivation to start it with this full moon, lighting up your house of creativity and passion. Okay, because this is things that are really close to your heart, things that are really that lights you up inside. Okay, things that give you that wholesome fun. Okay, not that scandalous fun, wholesome fun. Okay, Sagittarius. We on Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this full moon is happening in your. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just saw the comment. Someone said they have morning sickness. Your man is a Scorpio. Ciao. This is what this is exactly what I'm talking about. But yes, blessed be, babe. Stay open to receive beautiful, bountiful blessings. Okay, back to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this full moon's happening in your 4th house. 4th house is your family, okay? It is your home, all right? So you guys could be changing up your home. Maybe you're moving, you're relocating, you are redecorating, okay? Maybe you guys want to, you know, change neighborhoods, okay? That's coming to me too. You guys want to change neighborhoods, or you want to visit someone's home that's far away from you, okay? 4th house is also family. So issues with your family could be coming up, and your ancestors. You guys might, with this energy happening in your 4th house and, you know, Neptune and all those things, you guys could be really prioritizing ancestral veneration, ancestral connection, okay? Ancestors are very loud for my Sagittarius. okay, with this energy being in your fourth house. Make sure you have a space for your ancestors, okay, that you honor them, that you have an altar, that you pray for them. They could also be visiting you in your dreams as well, Sag. But the connection with the ancestors and the ones that come before you is very strong. You guys could also be feeling like there's a change in your family, okay? Maybe family roles or the way that you contribute to your family. Some of you guys, your family is just your really close friends, okay, as well. Thank you. But yeah, family is being highlighted for you, Sagittarius. You guys also like illusions around family members, like maybe you always saw someone in a certain way. This full moon is going to illuminate who your family really is, okay? The roles that they have. Maybe you put too much pressure, you idealize them, you have them on a pedestal, okay? You're going to be really seeing people for who they are. Mercury is retrograding in your 11th house, okay? So you got Sagittarius could be experiencing more technology issues than other signs because 11th house rules over that technology. You guys can have a lot of glitches, okay? Things are just not working out with technology. So make sure that you're saving things, or you got a backup, you got an external hard drive. All right. And don't try not to get new technology because it could happen again the next retrograde. So just make sure that you have patience with yourself with technology. 11th house is also house of friendships. Okay. So Sagittarius could be running into friends they haven't seen in a long time. You could be connecting or with friends. Maybe you see them on social media, like someone you haven't seen in so long. You're like, oh, they pop up on your suggestion. Or you're seeing things about your friends, okay, that you didn't know before, okay? Like you see your friend has an OnlyFans and you didn't know that your friend had an OnlyFans, okay? And that's cool, but you're just seeing things, okay, like you didn't see before about your friends. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Some of you guys could also be moving in with friends or having a friend move in with you or stay with you for a little bit. Or maybe you're staying with a family member. You had a cousin staying with you. Something like this as well. Okay. Okay, I was like, I just saw a comment that said the sound went out, but other people are saying that they do hear me. So that's good. Yeah, these lives are going to be saved. Okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Some of you guys may be also just wanting to stay home. You don't want to go out as much. You want to stay indoors because you have a lot of things to do around the house. You're very inspired in your house. You don't want to eat out. You want to eat at home. You want to eat family like recipes that were passed down. You want to eat home cooked food, okay? Because you're focusing more on your comforts, your domicile, making your home a sacred space. Capricorn. My computer is gonna die. Why hasn't it been charging this whole time? Why hasn't it been charging? That's not good. But I have the charger, guys. Don't worry. And we are nearing towards the end of this. Anyway, Capricorn, this full moon is happening in your third house, okay? Your third house, this is the house of, communication, of creativity, of your neighborhood, okay? So there could be a climax coming in terms of like your siblings, your siblings need you, as well. Maybe your going to be feeling like, ooh. Something I'm seeing with Capricorn actually is that you guys are going to be your psychic senses are going to be heightened. So you are going to be picking up on like what your family, what your siblings need, what your friends need. You could be also finishing people's words, finishing each other's sentences, okay? With this energy in your third house of communication, okay? There could be some sort of culmination happening in your neighborhood or in your community that you are getting involved with as well, Capricorn. I feel like you guys are, oh, that shook. I feel like you guys are also going to be working more with social media, okay? Working more with social media or communicating more with social media. Some of you guys are also going to be getting the superpower of where you connect with someone online and it's like a 𝐒𝐴𝐳𝐵𝐄. It's like you understand their energy through the screen, okay? Because you're able to see through a lot of BS, okay, with the full moon happening in your third house. You're able to kind of be almost a mind reader. Mercury is retrograding in your 10th house, okay? So there could be changes happening in terms of your career, okay? What I'm seeing for you guys is like you had a business idea, you had an idea for your job, for your career, but you didn't implement it. It was a cool idea. You were interested in it, but now when Mercury goes retrograde in your 10th house, you're going to want to implement it. You're going to be like, you know what? I had an idea for that and I'm going to do it now. I had a recipe for that and I'm going to do it now. You're no longer waiting on that, on taking risk in your career or your job. A lot of times with Capricorn, it's like if it's not fixed, if it's not broken, you're not going to fix it, okay? You like the consistency, you like stability, you like things to be consistent, okay? To be grounded, to be the same. You like to know what to expect, okay? But I do feel like with Mercury retrograding in your 10th house, you're going to be making more career or job changes, okay, as well. Some of you guys, Capricorns too, are going to be feeling a full circle or a culmination in terms of writing. Like you've been writing or working on something, writing a business plan, writing a script, right? Whatever it is that you've been writing, you could be culminating or finishing that, okay, as well. Some of you guys might be writing content, okay? Maybe you're writing to create content for yourself or for other people, and this could be a really good time to get inspiration. It also might be coming from your dreams, okay? Dreams are very prominent, okay, with every sign because it's Pisces, and Pisces is dreams. But yeah, also, you guys, Capricorn, make sure that you also have a dream journal or whenever you wake up, you write, okay? Because you could be getting a lot of downloads too, even about your career at that very, very, important space, right? When you wake up. I don't know what it's called, but basically your head, your subconscious is different, okay? So you get more downloads at that time. Yes. Okay, Aquarius, this is happening in your second house. Okay, your house of money. Aquarius is thinking about money, how they're going to make more money, honey, how they're going to expand their resources, how they're going to invest in themselves, invest in land, okay? Invest in another business, invest in your friend's business. Maybe you're working with people. Some of you guys also could be, wanting to get into stocks, crypto, different ways of having your money make money. What is it called too? Like secondary income, passive income. You guys are focusing on passive income as well, Aquarius, or just expanding your income. You guys need to surrender scarcity thinking or believing that you don't have the resources that you need because it is coming. Even if you like you don't have enough right now, it will be coming back to you. Okay. Second house is also the house of all the things you have. So you might be organizing all of your stuff. Okay. Like, maybe you have a lot of stuff. You could be a hoarder or you just have a lot of like things like maybe you have an at-home business and you have a lot of tools that you use. You're organizing them. You're going to a container store. You want to know exactly where everything is so that when you work, you're not wondering where things are. You guys also could be making sure you invest maybe in your children, in your children's education, putting savings or money away for your children. Okay. I do feel like Aquarius could be making a lot of money around this full moon as well. Or maybe if you're not making a lot of money, your relationship with money is getting better. You realize that you are supported, that when you need it, it will come. You're not feeling like money is going to be the one that holds you back. Okay, money's not going to be the one that holds you back. Maybe your mind, maybe fear, but you're not, you're releasing these chains of feeling like you don't have enough money, shifting your mindset for an abundance mindset, no longer making excuses for yourself. Okay, Mercury retrograding in your 9th house. This is happening in your house of long distance travel or education. So there could be delays with travel, with checked bags. Okay. Maybe you're planning on traveling, but like the dates aren't aligning with your friend or the dates aren't aligning with your babysitter. And so there could be a slowing down with that. Some of you guys could be going back to school or learning about something that you were interested in the past, and now it's coming back with the Mercury retrograde. Now you want to learn more about it. You guys could also be pursuing legal issues. Let's say you needed to get a divorce. Now you're going to be ready to get that divorce. Let's say you needed to, you wanted to get a lease so you could have a store. You're gonna you're like, I don't know if I want to do that. Now with Mercury going retrograde, you may be feeling like, you know what, maybe I do want to pursue this. Okay, maybe I do want to get my legal issues, especially if you're an entrepreneur, making sure your LLC is good. Okay, things like that, or expanding, getting a business loan so you could expand your money in that way. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys, Aquarius. There could also be delays with education. Maybe you took a semester off. Delays again with travel. So, just have patience with yourself. Just have patience. And is there anything else, Aquarius? That's it for Aquarius. Okay. Pisces. It's your full moon, Pisces. Shout out to you, Pisces. It's your full moon. Okay. So with this being your full moon, it's happening in your first house. Okay. So there is some sort of culmination around your sense of self. Okay. Maybe you accomplished a goal that was personal to you. Okay. You guys are the main character of this full moon. Okay. Pisces, with it being in your first house, you may be feeling more confident. Okay. You may be feeling more creative. You may be feeling like, it's okay to have the spotlight on you. Okay. You guys are also going to be seeing how you could be less codependent on other people's approval of you or lack thereof. Okay. It's like this energy of having complete confidence. Okay. And if you don't have complete confidence of yourself, that's what this full moon's trying to tell you, especially with this Neptune being in your first house. You're seeing yourself, okay, more clearly. You're seeing that maybe you had been a little bit too critical of yourself, that you've actually done a lot of work already to get to where you are today. So congratulate yourself because you've come full circle. Literally, it's a full moon. Okay. It's a full moon, Pisces. You come full circle on a personal goal, on your sense of self. Okay. Some of you guys here with this full moon happening, you want to spend more time by yourself, or just people who honor you, who reflect your energy back. They don't deplete your energy. So make sure you're not hanging out with any energetic vampires, okay, Pisces, when we have this full moon, because your energy is going to be very magnetic, okay, with this Pisces full moon. Like, you guys could also be getting really cool invitations or invites to go do something that you've never done before. I feel like you guys are going into completely brand new territory. Things are like, and it's like because you did the work, okay, because you made the friend, because you believed in yourself, okay. Pisces, this is your time. First house is also the house of appearances, okay? You guys could be feeling more beautiful than ever, okay? You guys could be feeling like, you know what I notice is that like when you're in alignment with your higher self, you actually start looking better, okay? So you guys could be feeling like you've been doing the work. You've been doing the shadow work. You've been integrating, you know, your inner child, your elder. You've been doing the damn thing. So it's like you seeing yourself like, damn, I did that. You know, I want to cry because Pisces always wants to cry. You might want to cry about how far you've come, okay? About how much work, like the growth, the evolution, the shedding. I just see like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon, Pisces. So, you know, if you haven't been feeling that, maybe you need to spend more time alone. Maybe there's someone around you that could be sucking your energy. And that's why you don't feel that confidence. Maybe as well, you have been feeding into illusions about yourself, things that people told you in the past about yourself that are no longer congruent with who you are today. So don't hold on to those titles any longer, okay? Mercury is retrograding in your 8th house, okay? So 8th house is that house of power, okay, and resources. So Pisces needing to stand in their power, taking their power back, realizing that they have the resources, that maybe if you spent some money or you know your bank account was looking low, it's going to be coming back, okay? With Mercury retrograding in your 8th house, anything that you invest in yourself is going to be coming back, okay? It's going to be paying off for you. So don't worry too much about that. If you feel like you don't have the resources to maybe do something like, you know, maybe you want to pursue invest in yourself in some way, okay? You want to pursue a course, you want to pursue a project, you want to pursue like redecorating, whatever it is that makes you feel better. Don't feel like you don't have the resources for it, okay? Making sure that you're standing in your power with Mercury retrograding in your 8th house. Some of you guys could also be having business things you have to tend to, taxes, you know, money, like, you know, that you have to come back to, making sure that you, if you have your own business, that you're keeping tabs of your books, or you have someone that is very smart that is doing it for you. Because yeah, that could be coming up. You guys could also be needing to save for your taxes, if you are a business, if you are, you know, running a business. Yeah, those were all the signs. Been live for almost an hour and a half, you guys. So I think I said everything I need to say. Okay. Thank you all for watching. Please, if you can, putting the timestamps in the description, but put the timestamps in a comment. I will pin that comment. I really appreciate it. Because it was a very lengthy live. I am also hosting a full moon collective candle Reiki for the full moon in Pisces. It's going to be a dream come true Reiki, and that includes a YouTube live, sound bath, group reading, Reiki report, lots of things. So if you're interested in that, getting a third eye upgrade, manifesting a big dream, okay, stripping away illusions and just getting more intuitive, secure a spot on my website, Big Empress Energy LLC.com. Okay, link is in the bio. I also did a week ahead horoscope a couple of days ago. Why do I want pho? I had it like a few days ago and I just tasted it again in my mouth. This could be somebody's craving it. Maybe you guys need to eat soup. I don't know, but I am feeling that pho energy very strongly. I had to let you guys know that. Oh my God, it was 122.22 on my YouTube live thing when I said that. But yeah, you guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Sending you guys beautiful, bountiful blessings. Bye.